What up, YouTube family? I'm back at the drawing table. Welcome back to my channel for those who've been here before, and if it's your first time, welcome. I want to come at you with a quick video. In this video, I want to talk about a certain mindset that will help you in your art journey. And this mindset is, I guess I would call it the practice and relaxation mindset, or the practice and relax mindset, right? So with this mindset, it's all about putting yourself in a position, a situation where you can practice and you can be relaxed about it. For too often as artists, we will try to we put a lot of stress on ourselves when we draw. We always are trying to, draw things perfect, draw things that are worthy or of are worthy of showing the world, right? And I think a big thing in today's world with the advent of social media and posting your art there is, people are always trying to draw something that they can post on the social media, which adds a whole another level of stress. It's like, oh, I always got to do something that's worthy of putting up, posting online. So, but it's very important for you to really get in this practice and relaxing mindset when you draw. Like most of the time when you're drawing, you probably want to be in this mindset. Just that's a mindset of learning. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna learn how to fix those mistakes, and it's all about just learning and building a strong foundation, right? So, um, a lot of times people don't realize the importance of this practice stage. Let's look at it another way, like in another field. Let's say basketball, right? Um, like athletes, most of their time spent is practicing, right? Like let's take a great shooter like Steph Curry. He has shot more practice shots than he ever will even come close to shooting than in game shots, right? Like he'll be in the gym shooting, hundreds, maybe even thousands of shots a day, right? You know, he would just sit there and shoot and shoot, and he's getting those mechanics down, making sure those fundamentals are on point all the time. So when it is that game time, high pressure situation, he doesn't have to think about it. He just does what he done has done thousands upon thousands of times, right? And he shoot it, and a lot of time, most of the time, it goes in. Um, but to get to that high level, he had to put himself in the mindset of, practicing, and even though sometimes he's gonna miss a lot of shots during the practice, he's gonna make a lot of shots during the practice, right? So you can have failed drawings or unsuccessful attempts at a drawing. That's okay. You need to have those unsuccessful attempts. That's what helps you grow and learn, right? The first time you do something, you're not gonna be perfect at it. Okay, now let's apply that to your drawing, your art. So, in this practice and relaxing mindset, it's a few things that, well, I would say two things that can help you with this. So, first is making sure it's a stress-free situation. Keep it on your mind that, hey, this is a learning situation. this art is not meant for mass consumption. This is just me sitting here, you know, uh, getting down my fundamentals, making sure everything, my tools are sharpened, and just think about what are you doing when you're practicing. You're training your hands, your mark making abilities, and you're training your mind and your vision. And that's all you're doing in the practice stages. You're just sitting there and it's training. It's training. Sometimes in this practice stage, you're gonna make some drawings that don't look up to par. Like you're gonna do that all the time. But it's important that you do those so that you can learn from them. Um, Now, I alluded to this earlier. I think probably about maybe 80% of your drawing, unless you are already working in the industry, it'll be different. But um, if you're not doing art for work, I would say probably 80% of your drawing probably should be in this mindset of just practicing, honing the skills. And then the other 20% could be reserved for, like, when you want to draw something to show off your skills, right? This stuff you want to draw, these amazing pictures that you want to post online and everybody to see. But generally you don't want to be in that all the time, like drawing these super high detail, high rendered um, pieces of art all the time, because you're not you're getting more from the loose drawings and reinforcing the fundamentals of drawing. You get more from that than doing those highly rendered pictures. And then another thing with this practice thing, like I said, you're training your vision, you're training your mind, and some would say you're training your your subconscious mind, right? Because you're doing it over and over, and you are telling yourself, your subconscious, that this is something that's important. When you tell your mind and your subconscious mind and you do the actions, you're reinforcing the ideal that this is something that's important in your life. And when it happens, something beautiful happens, because we as humans are very adaptive creatures. And if we put our focus on something, we will start to find ways to get better and better at whatever we put our focus on. So in this case, it'll be our focus on our drawing abilities. Um, so you'll be telling yourself that this is important, not only through just your thinking, but also through your actions. And when those two things happen, you think, you tell yourself it's important in how you think, and also with your actions, you know, things kind of get supercharged. And that's when you'll find yourself moving through your journey much quicker. I'm pretty sure this probably has happened to a few you before, where you kind of get in a good mode of maybe drawing most of the days of the week, or it's the highest times when you draw. When you're drawing a lot, it seems like you're just breaking barriers. You have like these stints where you breaking barriers at a much faster rate, it's because you're focused on it. But then, you have these times where you draw here and there, and you might draw some this week, maybe a little next week, then it might be a month you don't even pick up a pencil, and then you draw here. Like, you still, situation might get better, but it's at a much slower rate because it's not hyper focused. Moving on, I guess the next thing I would say with that I do to make sure I keep myself in this practice mindset is the material that I draw, right? And I would say drawing on cheap paper is one of the things that helps reinforce the idea that I'm in a practice situation. And my ideal paper when I'm practicing, that you see me drawing on all the time in these videos, is newspaper print. So most of my drawing nowadays are done on newspaper print, because you don't want to, spend a ton of money buying these expensive art books and nice paper and just doing your practicing on those. It becomes very expensive. But newspaper print, you can get a big ream of this. I bought this one like sometime last year, at the end of last year, and I've done quite a bit of drawing, and I still got a lot of paper here, so you can just buy like big stacks of these, and you can have a lot to practice on. But also, it kind of reinforces the thing. It's cheap paper, so it kind of reinforces the idea that you're in this practice mode. You don't have to. This is not a high pressure situation. You're just drawing to get better. A lot of times when you get this high quality paper, you feel like, oh, I need to draw something on this paper that's worthy of this paper. Now, for some of you that work in the digital space, you don't have this physical difference to reinforce the idea. So you can try other things, like I would suggest maybe making your marker in whatever program you use, draw in a different color, and every time you join in that color, like this is practice mode. Or you can also make the background different. So instead of, like, if you normally draw on a white background, you can do kind of like a muted background, like a muted grayed out black background when you're doing your practice, to kind of reinforce that idea of some signal to let you know, hey, I should be relaxed right now. There's no stress here. I'm just practicing. It's just me and a paper working out ideas. But that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I should be coming at you with another video soon. I wanted to come at you with one sooner than this, but I recorded a whole video on a different topic, which I'm gonna have to re-record because something happened to the video. I don't know what happened, but so I'm gonna have to re-record that video. So look forward to that. But other than that, you guys have a great day, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.